it's scrapbooking with Lanita time. Are you ready for these very fun Croptoberfest Mat Packs decoration class here? Okay, it's not a class, it's a fun little session. And I need to preface it by saying that I know that these supplies ran out, but a lot of you got these already. And you will be getting them for your Croptoberfest. Why do I keep saying National Scrapbook Day? For your Croptoberfest events. And so I wanted to get these out here right away in case this is something you want to do. And these are the ingredients that you will be using. This is the little gift pack that, well, it's called a Croptoberfest Layered Embellishments. There are 4 on there. Gift pack as in these are things that are available in our back office, or when you got your kit, the big kit, the $45 kit, okay? And the mats, so these mats, there are 12 on here, not 24 like the other ones that I do with Creative Cafe International. And these embellishments. Now there are lots and lots of embellishments on this pack, in this pack. And unfortunately, like I said, these 2 items only came in the big kit. However, I do know that many of you got these because I know many of my customers did. And so, yeah, I think you'll be able to use this idea, this kit. Okay, the other thing I'm going to use the corner rounder a little bit. I'm going to use one of these from the Autumn Cottage. And by the way, as a side note, you may be wondering if I'm going to make these. Yes, I will. I won't show them all on here. I will show a few on here just as a little fun teaser. And then the rest I will show as a bonus on Creative Cafe International in October. All right, I'm also going to be using this. It's the number 7 oval, the inside with red and green blade, to cut this right here. And foam squares, and of course scissors. Oh, and glitter pens. Did I say glitter pens? I had to go grab my glitter pens. Yes, I'll be using a few of these glitter pens specifically. By the way, I like to keep them in here. This is an amazing $5 little case. And I have these in my retired product. It's not a retired one, but it's I don't know if it's available, but never mind on that. Okay, I will be using gold and silver and clear. So these 3 is what I'll be using. Okay, I don't want to get sidetracked because we have a lot to do here. And so let's get started. I'm going to set all these aside. Do the larger ones first because those are the... Oh, you know what? I'm going to be using some dot pens too. I think perhaps just one of the dot pens. And it's this one here. This is the one from this little kit. I'm going to be using this one. Maybe this one. I can't remember, but I'll set it out. And I'll put this out here as a maybe. Okay, so I will do these last because that will be the last part. And the little ones also will be last. Okay, so we ready to get started? I'm going to bring the screen down just a bit so that you'll be able to see better. And there are 12 of these. It hopefully won't take too long to be able to show you. I think they're pretty quick and easy. I wanted to make them quick and easy. And I did end up with some extra of the kits, the $45 kits, and those would be on my retired Scrapbooking with Lanita website. All right. Okay, so let's see. I'll just start pulling these out here. I want to see which ones I'm going to be cutting. I'm not going to cut that, not cutting this, not cutting this. This one, yes. And I'm going to pair them up with which ones they're going to go with so that it will move along quickly here. I wanted to show you again how these, how these, oh, you know what? I did forget one thing that I'm going to use with you, so I will pull that out in a bit here. This is one we're going to cut, cut, cut. And this one is not a cut. This one is not a cut. This one is not a cut. And this one is cutting. So I'll put those aside. And then we will just go ahead and get started with this. One of the things that I did use, and I just used a teeny bit, is the flying kite punch, and I just wanted the little ribbon bows from there. Okay, so I think I can go ahead and work on this now. Let's see, I might need one more piece from here, so I'm going to pull out another mat from here, and then, oh, and I think I did say we need the scissors. Okay, let's get started. So, as a side note, I did use, I'm going to start showing this right off the bat. And oh, there's my lost pieces. There we go. All right, I'll set those aside. The gourd punch. I know that that is discontinued, and I did put a few on my retired site, but I am not going to add some here, except to just show you how you can, well, I guess I could put, you know what? I could put that on there. I was thinking that sometimes it's hard when there's so much retired product, but you would have gotten these, so why not show you, huh? And since we're doing this one right now, I'll just go ahead and show you how I did I wanted these to stand out a little bit. And the gourd punch, I did take downstairs, so I will just put those on there. And then these, I just wanted to add a little bit of brown. So good thing I had these cut out, huh? Because I was thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't show them, but yeah, we should show them. Just add a little bit of brown there to just highlight them. That can go over here, and here's another little one. I already did the stem, but I'm just gonna highlight that one real quickly there. Okay. All right. I kind of didn't mean to start on this specific one because I had forgotten about that part. That's okay. All right, so as you know, I like to put my embellishments on a board. And so, and I just put them on very barely, which is why you see that some of them are already coming off, because I just barely put them on just so that I can see them easily and not struggle finding them. You know, can you imagine looking through all these and trying to find what I need? But a lot of you have done my Creative Cafe International. Hi, my name is Matt. And so you know how to do these. And just a little bit of a foam square on that one, just a tiny one. And then this one is going to be just placed underneath. Okay, there you go. And I always like to add some dots. So that's, I feel like it's meaningful. This one doesn't have them, but meaningful as in it pulls out the picture. Okay, so those are done. And notice how this has kind of the dots on it too, which is why it's nice to be able to add those in. Put them wherever you want. Okay. All right. This one is next. Now, like I said, most of these are just so easy, which is why I love them. This one is from the, let me see, the layered embellishments that are the Croptoberfest 2024. I know I showed that earlier. The nice thing about these is they are, as it says, layered. And that's the nice part because you don't need to add foam squares. So just if you want to tilt it a little bit. And then here, Bushels of Fun is right there. Little foam square on that one. you know what? Before I put this one on, when I taught this before, I forgot. It's really nice to highlight these using your, sorry, I was out of the screen there for a bit, using the dot pens. And if you look here, it just, once it dries, it just kind of gives it a variegated look. I just love that. And so I'm going to go upward on this. So just press down, and you know, you can decide how much you want to press. Do you want the whole, the entire hole filled, or just a little bit of it? And then suddenly you see kind of how it disperses, and then there it is, all variegated. I love it. Then on quite a few of these, I do this doodling. We used to do this a lot way back. In case you don't know me much. Okay, that one's done. I have been an advisor for 35 years, coming on 36. And I just had so much fun with it. That's why I still do this, right? Okay. I need to concentrate because there's fun stuff to show here. All right, this has this and this one that says loads of fun. There are a couple of these that say loads of fun. And you know what, I'm going to go this way because it's easier for me to do this part here. This one is simply cut around here. And if you just corner this a bit, then it won't even show that that is cut. Then once I put this here, it's just so heavily laden, this poor truck full of the load. And then you tuck this under, and then it's more layered. And then this is one of the layered ones already. So the thought on this one is that if you put it here, you can put a photo there. And I think that's a great idea. But you can also put this here, okay? And just write on it. So whatever you want, I'll leave one like that, and I'll leave one like this one. Then more of the dirt road that this old Model A has to go to the pumpkin patch. Isn't it fun? These things are so much fun. Okay. Next, are you excited that it's going so fast? This is the one where I lost my little piece there. So I'll put that there. And, okay, there are 3 trucks on this one in this pack. So we did one already, then there's this one, and then there's this one. So there are a lot of trucks, and so you'll see, or trucks as in Model A's or vintage cars. You'll see how I changed it around a bit to make it that they're not as many, or I added another one. Oh, let's see. So I have this, and then that little one. Here it is. Okay, I need to make sure that I'm up into this here because I keep moving it down. So I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, the other advantage to adding these to your page is that it already has a little bit of adhesive on it. And that is helpful because then you can see like where you want it. You know, do you want it there? But it's not fully adhered. So I'm going to just leave it like that. And then the 2 little ribbons using this. And you really, this one is different that you can't see where the ribbons are here. And so I'm just going to bring this down just a bit this way because I'm worried that you are not going to be able to see everything I'm doing because I keep migrating my way. I'm just going to take a little bit of one of these, and you can use a scrap of any paper, but I don't want to ruin the whole piece, but I'll grab that bow there and this one here. And then you do have a little bit of something there, but it's not going to ruin it at all. I think my bow went elsewhere. Here it is. And the nice thing about this, something like this, is that you can use your glue pen. Sometimes it's harder to glue something tiny like this or to adhere. So either do it that way with a glue pen, or let's see, where's my, I'm gonna pack that one. Okay, so, or this, just like what I did. Thankfully you have the repo that you can just do that with it. My lifter stick is what I was looking for, but I think I packed that one to go because I'm going to be heading to California on a fun little trip to see the grandbabies. All right, now this one is also cut. You can see that I cut it right there. And I took it up and around. And then I saw this piece kind of dangling, and I thought, well, it might be fun to just grab that piece. Ooh, don't lose it. And add it a little bit later. So I am putting tinier pieces of the foam squares because I want to tuck things under, and it's harder to tuck when I'm actually going to bring this over here because I need this here to make it easier for me to not use my mat to. These silicone mats are wonderful. So this, oh, did I just lose my other little piece? This truck is heavily laden, but I might have just lost my other little present. Oh dear. Well, it goes right back there when I flung this over. Did I? I might find it. I'm looking, but I don't see it. But anyway, I stuck the other one under here, if you can see that, right there. Right there. Okay, and it might appear on the floor. I don't see it, but okay. It's hard to give up and say, wait, I can't find it. I just flung it somewhere. Right, so that is done. And of course, if you want to add the dots or a little bit more of this, which I didn't do on my sample, but you can. And you know, just a few of the little dots there because you're missing the little present there. And perhaps there, and then just do a little bit of the doodling. All right, so that is that. Okay, here's the other truck one. Now on this one, I did the reverse corner. And if you've seen my very popular YouTube video on how to get the corners right where you want it, the reverse corner, you'll want to look at it's dual corner rounder hack on my YouTube. Maybe I need to post that link on this one, so you can find how to do what I just did right there, so I can know exactly where to put that. That's the first part. And then 2, which is crop till you drop. That's an easy one. And it looks like this one. Both of them have foam squares. A little bit here, a little bit here. And then it just covers it all up. Of course, this is optional. You don't have to do it that way, but I did. And here's where I took the pieces from here. Now I cut them out. This is on the other side. I did fussy cut them because these are already kind of distressed. So I wanted the little bit of a distressed look. So I'm just going around like that. I was just thinking as I'm cutting here, putting this mat here keeps me from migrating downward, right? Because I want you to be able to see. And it's really hard having it so close up, but I think you need to see it. That's the thing. And if, well, you know what? Let me just, oh yeah, crisp apples. That's why I did that. Like the hands are big, you know, and the scissors are big, but maybe I'll cut farther down here so it won't seem so big. But anyway, you can see that I'm doing it around like that, distressing it a little bit, or with a white border. And I didn't put foam squares on that one because I tucked it under the pumpkins. This one does have one. And the reason, now you can use the circle, okay, that works, but I wanted it to have that distressed look. And then a couple of things that I did here that I'll show you. So I did stitching around it on part of it. I didn't do it on all of it. So that is something that you can choose to do as an option. Do it all the way around, or just framing this little part right here where your decorations are, and then leaving this to put a photo. And the reason I did it that way is just when you make it, it just kind of reminds you that, I reversed them this time, did I again? That I want a photo there. Sometimes we see it finished up and we say, well, then, you know, what am I going to do with this big piece? Well, I'll put a photo there. Sometimes, well, that's, you know, some of the things I do just to help me remember what I want to do. This is another really fun one because lines. What do you do with lines? Yeah, that's right. You journal. It's really fun to journal on these. And it's just a reminder to journal because it's very easy to forget. Okay, this one is one of the little layered that you saw me take from here. And then the little tree. This is one of the green trees. I'll take that one. And this is a nod towards these can be used for Christmas. Definitely not all. Am I a little crooked here? I'm sorry. I think it's me that is, okay, I'm going to adjust this just a bit. There we go. I think it's me that I keep having all these things crooked. So if you're a straight person, I apologize because, you know, I just work all over the place here. And then on this one, I did the dots on the corners here. Do you see how fast this is going? And don't you love it? All right, that one is done. Okay. Okay, next. Let's do this one next, just because it's the bigger one. And before I do these two, I need to do this one. This one is the one that's a little bit more involved, but super fun. And I'll need my mat up here. Push these up just a bit so you can see them. I'll take this one and have it ready. I'm taking this one off and having it ready because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. Since it's easy to lose things in this area. Scrapbooking areas are just vulnerable to loss of pieces. I never did find that little present. Okay, this is going to be the background. Well, maybe, yeah, let me just cut the piece first because otherwise it doesn't make sense what I'm doing, does it? I'm going to cut this one out and it's going to be with the green blade. Now it does cut a little bit of the jar off. But I did this with my group and it was kind of fun. You know, it worked. Like they suggested putting the brown shimmer. One of them suggested the brown shimmer and it does add a lot to it. Okay, so there's that. And then here's where I should have cut this one off first, but it is, if you cut it off first, by the way, here's a little tip. If you cut it off first, it's a little bit hard to do the oval. So I wanted to leave it whole. And I'll be cutting some of the others off, but first this. Now here's the part about this. These you're going to use here. And if you want them to be even, then just fold it evenly and just do a nice little cut. They're going to be used on separate pieces. So, you know, as long as those stay together, maybe I'll put those on this one. set that aside, and then this one, I'll just make it nice and big. There you go. So now those are equal also. That's going to go on that. And now last time I didn't bend it when I made it because I showed that you could use this for something else. This time I bent it because I wanted to show you how to make it even. If it doesn't matter making it even, then you've got a little extra piece here that's very fun. But I'm not using it on this. So, okay, and then this one is going to be red blade. So it's backing. I'm going to go all the way around. I think I moved it a little bit. And yeah, I did move it a little bit, didn't I? See if I can sort of do it. All right, a little bit uneven. There we go, there's that, move that. And then I'm ready for this one. Now here's another one where I added the pen color here. The bright yellow is really fun. So you can see, does it look really different to you? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But I'll go ahead and do the same to it. So same, same. And then again, it just kind of dissipates. And that may be the last one that I did it on. Right. But here, I'll bring the mat back because otherwise I will get out of the screen. Put that there. A couple of foam squares to pop it up. And I'm just going to do the foam squares on this side. In fact, on something like this, I am going to put them here because I seem to always mess up putting them on and then it's not quite right. You know, I put them on this side and they hang over. Oh, look, I found it. Oh my goodness, there's a little present piece. The present. Okay, we'll put it there for now. Then I'll add it into the other one. So this hangs over a little bit. Isn't that fun? Now it gives you more writing room. And the last thing, ooh, I probably should have done that first, but the last thing is to add glitter, the glitter pen. This is the clear one. This came in the secret box. But we were able to buy more of these for a short time. And so I have these also in my retired site called scrapbookingwithlanita.com. And let's see, can you see that it's not dried yet, but add it all over here. It's going to just, and on the water line, because it's clear, you can be very messy. And it just adds the perfect glitter. Let's see if you can see it on this one or not. I can see it on mine, but I know it's hard to see it through the camera or on the video. All right, now I am going to add a little bit of the gold on here, the gold shimmer, to make this pop a little bit. And I'm just going to put it all over the place on the little dots there. And in the middle here, it'll make it, you know, just a little bit of shimmer, which I love. And just a little bit on these petals. Because isn't it true that sunflowers have this really pretty shimmery glow? Yeah, so these pens are $4. It's totally worth it if you have not tried them yet. I love them. And they last for, it seems like they last forever. I keep using them and using them. There you go. All done. Now, I want to finish these up so I don't lose my pieces. And I'll do this one because this is handy. And then one here, which is the scattered acorns. Again, fussy cut it. And the smallest, no, not the smallest, the small, one of the, I would say the smallest with the blue oval, blue circle, but that gives it, makes it really tiny. And I don't want to say it because I would need to verify which size. Okay, a little bit of adhesive there and there. And then the piece here and this piece here. And then this light blue pen. I forgot to mention this one, but just have your rainbow pens ready. This one is perfect to stitch this with because you already have the stitching there. So I want to stitch it before I add the other because it'll be a lot easier to stitch it. Oh, and you know what? It's dots. I forget that I'm doing dots because that's what is on here. I'm so used to stitching that, but I love how the dots turn out. There we go. Okay. All right, and then this one is a layered one, so I can leave that one on here. I mean, I can leave, I'm sorry, I don't have to put, what did I just say? I don't have to put foam squares, or don't need to because it already has it. Add the little scattered acorns there, and you're done. How cool is that? I can't believe we're so close to being done. Well, let's finish this one. So here, once again, just a little bit of, I guess I can do it this way here since I have, a lot of times I do it that way because it feels easier. But on things that are a little like this, it is easy to do it here. And once again, the stitching, just to make it, now on this one, I see that I stitched it brown because of the brown there. So I am going to do brown again. And stitching as in dotting. Maybe I need to call it dotting. So I do struggle when things are discontinued because, you know, I'm showing you how to do something and you may not be able to get all the supplies for this. However, I also realize that, first let me find, here we go. I also realize that we have older YouTube. You know, you can go find any of our YouTube postings and a lot of that product may be discontinued, but we still find ways to adapt with it, right? So I think it's okay for you to, ooh, that's a little bit big. It's okay to make these for you all to see because you can adapt them to other things. And on our Creative Cafe International, when I do these, some of our participants use their own variation. They'll use other collections. So there we go, all done on that one. Okay, next. So there are only these left, which are very quick and easy. Now here's another thing on this one. So on my first try on these, I cut it in half, but it doesn't look even. So if you cut, I think we decided it's like 1/4 of an inch off of it, which is also a little difficult because of this, but I am gonna kind of guess at it. And then I'm gonna cut this part at 3 inches, and let's hope that I'm pretty much even. Yeah, and then I'll do the same on this one. Just cut about 1/4 of it. It would be, not about, it is. It's just that I'm not measuring it on that trimmer. Okay. So I'm gonna set this one here and set this one here. And these are the two that I'll make next. There, okay. Very easy, loads of fun. Little foam square, maybe a big one. Put it on this way. Let me just see on my sample. Yeah, that's what I did on that one. And a few little dots, and that one is done. And then this one I'm going to show you how I used it. And then this one, now this one is for me was real easy too because I saw that I had already put them on here like that. Now, a word of caution, when you stack these on another one, sometimes the coloring will come off on your piece that's underneath it. So just be aware of that. I usually don't stack them when I put them on the paper, but this one I did. Okay, and there's that. Now this one, you may notice that I put a little piece of a pumpkin board up there, just a little top of it, because the car that I remember that my parents had that little piece up there that was like a horn, like a beep beep or burp burp, you know. So that was my nod to that, to childhood memories. But, you know, the way it comes is like that, which brings me to tell you that you can always customize and make it yours to what you remember. Okay, there we go. All right, next. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut these two down now. Nice part about these is that I can cut them right down the middle, which is at the 3-inch mark. And I don't have to worry about the extra edge. When I'm looking through the camera, it just feels like the picture's right so close, but that's good, I guess, so you can see it. Right, there's that. So one of these, there are two of them. That's the nice part. I guess I used the light one. Foam square, put that on there, and a little one up here, and almost done on this one. Okay, there's that. And then more of the little, you know, dirt part and little dip dots there, and done on that one. Okay, here's this one. Just do these. These are ones that have glitter, so I'll do those last. And the little wagon. Now this wagon, I'm going to take that one and put, here we go. There they are. See, isn't it easy to find them this way? All right. This I'm just going to add a little bit more to that so that the handle doesn't want to fall. And then foam square on this. Let me do I'm going to do the little half there. It's a triangle to the big one. So let me do that one there and there. Okay. Now it needs the banner. Which banner? It's this one. Also, you can take them off this way. And this banner is going to go right up here. And it's simply there. So a few little dots. And oh yeah, a few little dots in here. And done on that one. Can you believe how close we are to being done? Corner rounder on this one, on all sides. Now the reason that I chose to corner round this is I like to look at the designs and say, what could I do to make it match the design? And see, here you have this type of a design. And so it just seems like it flows better when it matches that part. And then I'm going to add gold shimmer to the stalks here. Or, yeah, I guess it's not the stalk, but the, yeah, kind of the top part of it. And just the kernels are going to be all full of butter. Now, it was so funny when we did this the other night on our team Zoom. I was saying, I mean, you've got to have butter. And it was really fun hearing how many of the ladies love butter like I do. I mean, you know, is that comforting? I think so, because sometimes people make fun of me and how much butter and mayonnaise I like. Right, and then this one on the sides, I did the clear once again, the clear one, because I want those colors that are here already to be shining forth rather than the gold. I want what's here shining through. And you see, I can just really make it I don't have to color within the lines. That's what I like on these. Okay, there we go. And then that one is done. And the last one, here it is, the last one. Really the only thing on this one is the reverse corner rounding. Once again, super handy to have your little, have that. And if you are a saver and want to save these pieces, you can always use them for something, but that's not part of today's lesson. And then the falling leaves, which is on here. I should have timed it. I don't know how, let's see, how far. Oh, well, okay, this took 40 minutes, but I'm going to say 5 of it was explaining everything. So I wanted, my goal was to get these done in 30 minutes. So a little bit past the goal, but not too bad. Okay, a little bit on this side only, and then the glitter. Now, gold glitter here on these pieces here of the pumpkin. And then I did clear on this. I thought I used the silver, but I may not have. So clear on these. I'm going to turn it so that you can see there. And then clear here. And just on the dark parts is where I ended up. Oh, and then I added some here because I wanted those little things to show up a little bit more, the little shadows. And one more thing that I did was add a little bit on the tippy top here. A little bit here is good. And this piece, and guess what? We're done. What do you think? Is that so fun? Okay. All done. You are going to be so excited having all these ready to go. But I'm really not done because now I'm going to show you how these are used. One of them. Your imagination is probably going all over the place. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you, which I forgot, was if you want to use your hole punch to punch these out, then whatever is underneath this will show through. So have that handy because that may be a good thing to use. And by the way, I don't know if you use this, but I have been keeping these types of things in here that can be sometimes hard for me to find. So that's just a side note since I keep reaching over to there. This one is one of the ideas from, actually it has been circulating around. Danielle showed me her copy, and I think Becky Below did it, and quite a few others. So I'll bring this up, and you can see how this one, which is this one, is used on a page like this. Now this is 3 small photos, so this could be a title page. It could, yeah, it could just literally be a fun page to bring it all together of your fall events, fall memories. All right, thank you for scrapbooking with Lanita today. And if you are looking for Creative Memories products, I would love to have you as my customer. And also, if you want fun as an advisor, we have a very fun team. So you could join my team. Lots of good join offers, always. And also, if you want retired product, you can go to scrapbookingwithlanita.com. If you want regular product, it's Creative Memories. It's at Creative Memories, and I am going to post my link because it has all the, www.creativememories/user/Lanita Medina, and that's just a lot to say. So I will post it on the link. Okay. next time I need to put a ribbon on here to show you, but you'll see it. You'll see it on the link. Oh, by the way, I'm also going to post the link on making the NSE cards. Who of you saw these? I forgot to mention these. This is what we did for National Scrapbook Day. And these, I'm going to say these are still available. I'm pretty sure this product is still available. And very fun stuff too. So I will post the link for you to learn how to make these, because you are just going to fall in love with these mats if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.